Okay, there's a small chance of a frost tonight, so I wanted to give a quick update on the underground greenhouse before all the plants die on the outside. So here's where we're at. We have it bermed on pretty much every side. I'd say it's about 95% complete right now. I just have to finish up a couple things, hopefully bring electric out at some point. But this is the west side, so afternoon sun on the west side. Got a little bit of gourd action there to create some shade on the inside. So fully bermed on the north side. Coming over to the east, I've closed up. That was an opening sort of like that one, but I've closed that up, as we're getting into September here. But that's still the main opening there for ventilation. And you can see here that we're working on berming the east side right up to the top of the bottom of the greenhouse. So this is going to be, it's going to be kind of a compost pit this fall and winter. And we have, here's some shots on the inside of the greenhouse. This is where the compost pit is going to be, which will harvest heat in the wintertime. So there'll be a coil of heat packs running through this giant mound of compost, and that will go inside. It'll circulate the water on the inside and hopefully keep it warm. So here we enter the south end, and going inside, it's currently very comfortable, 75 degrees on the inside. So we got some tropical plants growing, a lot of tomatoes still left over, bell peppers. So we have single pane glass here. And then we have this stuff called Solex, which is a corrugated plastic. It's pretty impressive stuff. So good light penetration and also a high R value. So over here we have two rubber lined cells that hold water in them. So there's water at the bottom, crushed rock, sand, and then topsoil. And that's what the stuff is growing in right now. So here's actually some mandarin orange, or I'm sorry, that's a blood orange, a couple blood oranges. So that compost pile is on the outside of this wall. So that's the conduit where the heat packs will come in, and then it'll circulate the water. It'll draw the water right out of this pit, send it into the compost pile, and then it'll come back in and it'll get sent to the beginning down at that end. So it'll circulate hot water and kind of act as a radiant heat system inside the greenhouse here in the wintertime. So the goal is to hopefully keep all this citrus alive, maybe tomatoes into the winter, greens. There's a kale bed that I just planted. And then we have some worm composting underneath here. So we have red wiggler worms in there to break down food scraps and also generate a little bit of heat. So if you go down here, we got more citrus, bananas, tomatoes, and then this is that gourd shade cloth, pretty much helping to keep it a little bit cooler in here. More bananas, and then I just found this grapefruit the other day, which is pretty cool, so my hand to scale. And then sweet potato is growing in here. And then a fan to bring in geothermally heated air in the wintertime into this space. So that's kind of the setup. The goal is to keep this, above freezing, hopefully in the 40s in the winter, and then that'll be monitored with this thermote sensor, which is awesome. It taps right into the Wi-Fi, and it'll send me an alert if it drops below 40. And then I can come in and I can set a propane heater if I need to keep this place warm in the winter. But yeah, still a little bit of work to do on the walls, but it's pretty snug in here. It's pretty warm. So that's the setup. Actually, we got some strawberries right here. Strawberries in September. That's pretty cool. Yep, so that's the setup.